Right, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of FM22's The Hall of Famer. We're going to be doing our last episode of the current season today, so I think that kind of tells you how everything's gone between last episode and this one. But if you've not yet seen last episode, I want to link it above for you, my friends. Feel free to go and check that one out before cracking on with this. But yeah, I'm not going to hang about today. We're going to jump in and get this season all wrapped up. So, yeah, it all went Pete Tong. Ladies and gents, it's all gone wrong. I kind of said this, didn't I, last episode? I anticipated that this would be the case. We lost by 3-0 against Ferrol in a really closely contested game last episode in the first game of the Champions playoff. We did also play the 3-1 against Bucharesti. And then since then, you're going to see I've picked up 2 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats. It's not been good. It's not been good viewing. I'm going to say that much. But anyway, it started against University Clover. A 1-1, a 91st minute equaliser for them. Absolutely heartbreaking because that win would have been massive, especially where the league's kind of lined up at the moment. You got FC Arge were up next. A 3-1 win in this one. You're going to see Barber from the penalty spot. Kind of put the demons to rest, didn't he, after the miss in the cup. And then Stoya with a couple of goals really late on. We were actually 1-0 down in this game. Then we came up against Voluntari, a 2-2 draw. You're going to see Ndia with 2 quick-fire goals and then unforgivable, really, to give up a 2-0 advantage. And they scored a 93rd minute equaliser. We just seemed to be on the end of them all the time. Then we came up against FCSB and couldn't beat them this time. They were very, very good, and Coman scored 2, with Mika getting 1 from the spot late on. And this started a run of 3 games lost in a row. Ferrol were next up. You'll see that they were 1-0 up. We made it 1-1. They made it 2-1. We made it 2-2, and then 69th minute, they went and won it, which was really unfortunate because they've been the team to beat, so it weren't that bad, really. Then University Clover again, and unforgivable defeat, really, because they're one of the weaker teams in this part of the competition. You'll see they were 1-0 up, 1-1. They made it 2-1. We made it 2-0, and then again they make it 3-2, and it's unfortunate. But Stoyer and Goligan were the men with the goals. FC Arge were up next, a 0-0 draw. There really isn't much to talk about where this game's concerned other than Hattigan, Radu, Massaro, everyone completely off the pace. And then somehow a miracle happened and we came up against Voluntari and we won by 5-2. And again, you just don't know where this performance come from. But it was a great performance. You'll see Mastorovic got 2 goals, which is immense. Kesic got 2 and Stoya got 1. Unbelievable. We still let goals in. In this whole run in the Champions playoff, we've kept 1 clean sheet. And I think that kind of tells you where the team's at and how difficult this has been. Excuse me. And basically what we're going to do today is tie it up with a game against FCSB. And really, what happens next season comes down to this game. Because we're still actually in with a chance. If a miracle was to happen and we were to win this game, we would end the season on 41 points. If Arge were to lose and Crover were to draw or lose, we would finish 3rd. And believe it or not, we would be in with a chance of European Conference Cup competition playoff stuff. Okay, that's kind of how this works, which is mental. Okay, that win last time against Voluntari is massive. It really is. They've struggled in this section. They haven't even won a game. So this game is actually really, really big. And I guess if we're going to potentially qualify for Europe, maybe I should give the team another year. But that said, we've not been offered a new contract yet. So I'm really undecided at what's going to happen next season. A lot of me is pushing towards move on. Let's go to another league, maybe one that's similar ranking, got some good teams. Badges are good at the moment. We'll talk about badges after this game's been played and we've done the season wrap up and whatnot. But badges are looking good at the minute. We're slowly gaining a reputation. So I think that's maybe the direction we would aim in. But whatever happens, we've got a game to play and we're going to play that game Right now, ladies and gents, it's going to be a very difficult fixture, this one. But this is the team I'm going to go with. Silic has actually got a little bit of a knock, but I'm going to go with him anyway because Bonuta is just a terrible goalkeeper. I had to use him in a game this season and he was just all over the place. Excuse me. Oh, I've just had a fizzy drink and it's really repeating on me. And so, yeah, Silic is going to continue in goal. And the rest of the team looks like this. We're away from home in this game, but we're going to go Panfil left, we're going to go Sofran right. Vieira and Mastorovic are going to play centre-back. We're playing Panfil because Anaya's injured. We're going to go Mika and Brink in the middle. We're going to go Biondi right, Kesic left, Hattigan through the middle, and Stoya up top. And Stoya, he's actually been one of the success stories of the season. 14 goals, and he started the season pretty late for us. But see if he can grab a very important goal in this one. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only game we're going to play in today's episode. But it could be a big game. It could have a massive influence on what happens with the league, how it finishes this year. But yeah, FCSB, they're going, they're still, they can't win the title for all of sealed the deal there, but they're still trying to finish as high as possible. So they want that second place. What am I talking about? Looking at the league table, they're second, they're done. They just basically want to beat us for beating us sake, don't they? But anyway, I'm just chatting a load of old crap at the moment as 25 minutes are nearly gone and we find ourselves on the football. Sofran on it, coming forward. Good ball that into Biondi. Squares it. Oh, it's unlucky. It's really unlucky, but it is still in there. That's Hartigan. Back to Mika. Into Biondi! Kevin Biondi finally shows up. My God, he's been crap since he's signed. But he's finally decided to show up at the end of the season. Good goal. Lovely goal from Biondi. Mastorovic, he goes wide into Sofran, which we do already have another highlight. Brink's going to go wide into Panfil, into Kesic, back to Brink. Lovely football. Out wide to the wing again, inside to Hartigan, all the way back. It's just very patient, pass and move. As Sofran tries to drive the play forward. Biondi, why you're not running beyond your man is beyond me. There's a lot of Biondis in there, weren't there? Anyway, we're going to go Panfil, Brink, back to Panfil. Ball coming in. Stoya's header is just over the bar. Really good football, though. Patient build-up play. And it ends with a shot there on target. So, yeah, lovely, lovely job. We're actually level on points with FCRs because they're drawing at the moment. But their goal difference is better. So, wowza. This really could still go our way if we could score another goal or two. Would be really interesting, especially if ours were to go and lose. But FCSB are on the football. They're coming forward. It's a good effort from distance there. And I don't know, we should have maybe been closing that player down a little better than we were. We are coming up to half-time as a ball comes in. We've dealt with that well, and Stoya's come back to get it. He's now on the football. He's done very well to hold on to that and release it to a midfielder. It's now into Brink. Hartigan, back here to Sofran. Everything seems to be coming down the right-hand side. This is lovely, lovely football here. Really good football. It's into Stoya. Oh, he drags the shot. What a goal it would have been. We've played very well. As half-time comes around, we've played really, really well. Okay, let's get going. This is bloody mental. Right, got to do some opposition stuff here. They made a couple of changes at half-time. Clearly because they were that poor in the first half. They only had 4 shots, 1 on target, and we really did kind of dominate the football. They're on it, though, and a team of their calibre, they can score a goal at any time. So the game is not over. But we do force them all the way back to their goalkeeper, who goes long. We've won that. Sofran back to our keeper. Don't go long. He doesn't. Into Vieira. Now into Panfil. Into Kesic. There's a lovely ball into Brink. Mika, Hartigan. Into Stoya. Lovely football. Stoya. It's going to be a penalty. If he gives it for the penalty, because it was a borderline offside there, if you ask me. But are we going to get to have a go from 12 yards. Let's hope so, eh? Let's hope so. Yes, we're going to get a penalty. Hopefully, it's going to be Mika, because he's usually the man that takes them. It is Mika. And Mika scores, and it's 2-0. Whoa. Where did this come from? I thought we were going to get battered. I really did. So as far as the league's concerned, we are level on points, level on goal difference. Yeah. A third goal right now would be massive as Mostorovic comes forward into Bondi, Mika, Hartigan. We've played so well. I'm very surprised. Where has this been the whole time in the Champions playoff? Hartigan driving forward. This is good football from him. Still going. Oh, and it's a great block from the defender, but it was nearly 3-0. Whoa. Mika, ball in. Gets a head on it. Is it the crossbar and then the post? How's that stayed out? Oh, it's good defending in the end, but how has that stayed out? We had two really good chances there. Just want to double check this stuff. Nothing needs doing now. Right, throw in. Sofran into Hartigan, into Biondi. Up the wing into Stoya. Could do with some support. Gets it from Hartigan. Hartigan's tried to pass that way too quickly. It's just if he just took his time now. Oh no, please don't let them score. They've got him way too easy. And it ends up in Silic hands. This is edge of my seat stuff. I could really do with Université scoring a goal right now. We've played so well in this game. I'm surprised because we have been utter dog shit during the course of this this run, basically. Kesic is going to come off for Endia and Radu's going to come on for Biondi. Both had relatively good games, but we're just looking at energy levels now. Pamphil with the throw-in. Brink. Ball over. Oh, it's not to be. They're coming through. Oh, what a save. What a save from Silic. He has scored a ridiculous amount of goals, by the way, that striker who just went through. And, it's over. They've had some chances. Yeah, he scored like 26, 27 goals. The Juninho Pauense, I think is how we're saying that. I don't know. Why am I trying to tell you how to say stuff? It's at the outside of the post. We've gone close again. Amazing. 17 shots, 6 on target. What a bloody effort this has been from the boys. Got a free kick to FCSB, and they've put it in the back of the net. And we're not sure yet if this is going to be given or not. And that's going to mess things up with the goal difference. Game over. What a win. Okay, gang, so, the game's finished. We're going to talk about loads of stuff after a really good way to finish the season. It does have to be said, but you're going to see the league table shortly, and we've missed out. We've missed out, but it is what it is. It's an incredible season nonetheless. So let's do our end-of-season review right now, and then we'll talk about some other stuff once this is done. I'm going to try and keep this brief because we are probably going to be moving on. But anyway, the new arrivals, let's talk about these guys. So Brink, Mostorovic, Silic, Stoya, Jaminho, and Endia. I'd actually say every single one of them has been a minor success story. I think Brink and Mostorovic have been immense. They've been very, very good. And I think Stoya, we have to give him some credit because he started playing for us really late and he managed to get 14 goals this season. And he was really good, really, really good. And I absolutely loved him. We don't need to do any of the transfers out. I'm really not interested in what happened to them. But yeah, the season to remember for little old Timişoara, because we finished third in the league table in the first part, and then I believe we finished fourth in the second part. The cup was a bit disappointing. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have liked to have gone on a bit more of a run than that, but it is what it is. It's one of those things. But the board are very, very happy with the way that the season's gone. And you know, it ended difficultly, but I'm relatively pleased with what we've managed to achieve this season. Moments to remember: the 5-2 against Voluntari has been given our biggest win. The 4-2 against Uttar Adad was the match to remember. Big win against the rival, that. And the 3-1 against Voluntari, the goal of the season was in when it was when our Stoya scored a lovely strike past them, basically. Finances, they look very, very healthy, but a lot of that is because of the board's dealings and selling players on and whatnot. But, you know, you can't blame them. I know I'm very, very disappointed with it, but, you know, they're definitely looking a lot better. It's lovely to see all this in the green. Radu sold the most shirts this season with Brink, Mika, Barber and Hattigan all behind him. We did pretty decent on the merch sales this season. How we lined up, and arguably this is what they consider the best team of the season this year for us. So Silic in goal, you got Anaya, Sofran in there, Vieira and Mastorovic. Definitely would agree with that back four. Brink and Mika have been immense next to each other in the midfield. And then really this could have gone any way up top because they've all been really inconsistent. They've all blown hot and cold all season long, but Kesic, Hattigan, Radu and Stoya have all kind of been given it. I'm a bit gutted for Ndia because he did actually score quite a few goals. And the accolades. So we did get a couple of Manager of the Months this year, stuff you wouldn't have seen, which is absolutely amazing. So they get added to our little awards list, and they get added to the journey of the Hall of Famer. And then you're going to see that Mika got Fans Player of the Year, Milan Mastorovic got Young Player of the Year, Brink got Sign of the Season, Stoya got Goal of the Season, he also got Top Scorer with 14, Radu got Most Assists with 10, Mika got Most Man of the Matches with 5, he also had the Best Average Rating and the Best Pass Completion Rate per 90, he was completing on average 94 passes. Decent. Lots of records broken again. 14 goals in a league season and a season overall is broken. Massaro's 3 goals in a match is a new record. It's also a new record in a league as well. He scored 4 goals this year, and it's mental that 3 of them came in one game. He was so off the pace. Mika got the most player of the matches. Sofran with the worst discipline of 10 yellow cards is a new record. The highest transfer fee paid of 7k is a new record. And the highest transfer fee received for 275k for Andreu, who, I'm going to throw it out there, we sold him for that money. He's had a non-existent season at Cluj. He really hasn't been that good for him. And then a youngest goal scorer with Stoya. Unbelievable. And then, yeah, it's just kind of finished it. Just there, my friends, but we're back on cam, and let's just tie up all the other stuff. Club Vision, we're not sure if we're going to be here, but we'll just take a quick look anyway. They want to play possession football and high tempo pressing football, which we kind of do anyway. Work within the budget, avoid relegation. They can see our contract is expiring, and they just want to establish themselves basically. And you can't really blame them for that. We'll accept it because we don't really know what we're doing. I've got an end of season meeting to do. I'm not going to do that right now. And then they are going to go on a break. So yeah, the league finished like this, gang. Let me get the right one. So yeah, we finished 4th. We've just missed out on goal difference, basically. Really, really gutted, but it is what it is. And I don't really know. Is it a good season? Is it a bad season? I'm not sure. Really not sure. It's our first season where we've not won anything. That's a bit gutting, isn't it? But you can't win stuff every single season. But let's take a quick look at this club, shall we? We've made it into the favoured personnel. So we are favoured personnel at the 2 clubs we've managed now, which is absolutely amazing. So we have made it in there. We've kind of established this club. I'm hoping that, you know, whether we stay or we leave, they're going to go on to big things next season. You know, the finances are in a good position. £1 million in the bank. That's amazing. The squad looks all right. You know, I think if I was going to stay, I'd probably bring Stoya, Vieira and Mastorovic back if I could. obviously some teams like to give them a chance, but if I could, I'd bring all of them back. They were really good for us for this season. But I guess the big thing we need to look at is just my profile, manager profile, because we don't need to have a look at the Hall of Famer like we usually would at the end of a season. We're still going to be on 54 points because we've not won anything this year. But it's looking pretty good, you know, like... You can't see the record because obviously my cam's there in the corner, but we've played 94 games. 54 of them are wins, 29 draws, 11 games lost. So we've got a win percentage of 57%, which I think is pretty good going. Fluent in Icelandic and Romanian. I wonder, by the time this series is finished, how many languages we will have learned. That would be quite an interesting thing to keep an eye on. Attributes wise, this is what it's looking like. Looking pretty good, isn't it, at this stage? We do have a 2-star reputation. Continental C licence. I tried to do the next licence at this club. They wouldn't finance it, even with all that money in the bank. So if that was going to be the case next year, I think we would have to move, because we need to get that. That's a really important thing. We've got to get it to the pro badge, because I've been offered jobs by clubs in higher divisions, and I've just had to reject them. I'll talk about all the jobs have been offered next episode, because we don't know what's going to happen in the break now between this episode and the next one. So I'll talk about all the job offers in the next episode. But I've been offered 3 jobs during my time at Timişoara. So, but I've not been able to take any of them because they're in higher divisions. I think that kind of tells you where the manager's at. So yeah, we need to be getting those badges done. But yeah, the manager is looking pretty good. If we just take a quick look at the job history, not bad, is it really? 3rd place that first season, after we took over halfway through. Then we finished 1st. We got a manager of the year, didn't we? 3rd, but we actually went up as champions. We got a manager of the month and the Liga title. And then we've got 2 managers of the month. So we finished 3rd in the normal competition. So pretty incredible, really. Like, we're actually doing very, very well at this football club. And I don't know what's going to happen next. You'll just have to join me next episode to find out, because I really don't know. European competition would have 100% kept me here. We haven't made it into that. But are we in a position to take this club forward and win the league? I don't know. Would it be better to leave and go to another club? I don't know. Lots of decisions to be made. And so there you have it, my friends. We are done and dusted for this episode of FM22 and the Hall of Famer. You're going to have to just join me next episode to find out what happens next, because when I was at Reykjavik, I was very certain of what was going to happen. I knew I was going to move on, but with this, I'm not sure. A little bit of it's because I think I love the club, and I don't like how it's ended. I don't like how we fell apart at the end of the year, but it's one of those things. But my friends, subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's the best way to support it. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it as well. That's just the best way to just support any series and any video that I upload. But until the next one, I salute you all. Stay safe, stay humble, and I'll see you real soon.